Customer validation. Once you have your business model sketched out, it's time to see if you are right. In most cases, you'll find you're at least a little bit wrong with some or many of your business model's assumptions. The key is to find out where you are wrong and exchange those wrong assumptions for right assumptions. There is really only one way to determine this, and that is talking to customers and seeing how they react to things like the assumed problem or gap in the marketplace, the value proposition that you are intending to offer, the revenue model that you have assumed, and others as outlined in the business model canvas. Steve Blank, a very successful entrepreneur, investor, and professor at Stanford and Berkeley, and others like Eric Ries, have helped to put a common language and process around the concepts of validating business ideas with customers prior to investing a lot of time, energy, and resources into building and implementing business plans that may end up being wrong. The philosophy is to learn or discover valuable information prior to getting started. While this may seem obvious, a lot of companies conceive an idea, build a plan, and start implementing an idea prior to actually talking to customers to learn their problems, needs, and interests. This early learning or discovery is vital to a startup to ensure you aren't building business plans and products that simply aren't relevant or based on real customer needs. This discovery, referred to as customer discovery by Steve Blank, helps to save time and money in the long run and ensures that product and service solutions are actually needed in the marketplace. Far too many firms build products, plans, and business infrastructure only to learn that their assumptions were wrong and there is no interest in their product or solution. Of course, the starting point in the process is the business model. The business model helps to map out the integral components of the business, how it will operate, add value, and make money. Once these assumptions are mapped out, it's necessary to get out and test them to see if and where you may be wrong. And believe me, you will be wrong somewhere. The key is to find out where you may be wrong now before it's too late. The tests you choose to use to validate your assumptions are an important part of the process. They are varied and often specifically related to the industry and specific to the assumption you are trying to validate. These might look like customer interviews that focus on understanding if and what problems customers are having and whether they'd pay for a solution. Other tests may include building prototypes to solicit feedback, launching mock websites to gauge user interest by seeing how users react and whether they'll sign up for more information, and, in some cases, getting potential customers to prepay for product before it's even built. Once you have this early validation feedback, you need to apply this learning to the business model, making changes and adjustments based on this new knowledge. Once a next version of the business model has been created, it's time to once again go out to customers to learn more and validate your new assumptions. This process can occur many times before you find you are confident in the business model. Once you have this comfort, you can then proceed to invest time, energy, and money into business planning and starting your venture. There is a lot of information that can help you further understand and apply the concepts of validation and customer development, including Steve Blank's work at Udacity.com and his books 4 Steps to Epiphany and the Startup Owner's Manual. Eric Ries has also helped to popularize these concepts in his book, The Lean Startup. There are a number of online tools and resources that have emerged to help employ validation processes and practices. Doing a simple keyword search on terms such as business model, customer discovery, validation, and lean startup will bring you to many of these useful resources.